On this week's episode of Coyote Nation TV, get insight on the recent arguments about Canvas and see how Dr. Gray is adjusting to her new role as principal. Today is Thursday, September 5th, and Coyote Nation TV Live starts now.
Good morning, Coyotes. I'm Myreedy, and hopefully you're doing well, staying healthy while this flu virus goes around. Hit me hard last week, and you don't want that. You're gonna end up missing school, getting behind on your work, and progress reports come out next week. Get caught up on your life. I mean, at least you have Canvas as that resource if you get sick and miss that work. But I heard a lot of students complaining that it wasn't their favorite online classroom setup. I mean, okay, starting this year, Frisco ISD decided to move towards this new database. But do we understand why? Allison Rose has the answer for us.
Towards the end of last year, it was announced that Frisco ISD would be switching from using Google Classroom in its schools to a new program called Canvas. Since most classes at Heritage heavily relied on Google Classroom, this Canvas announcement had both teachers and students asking an important question.
Why? What does it do that Google Classroom doesn't do?
Why did they do this? How is this easier? Why? Just why?
The district has a reason for switching to Canvas.
I'm hoping that it will change the way you guys as students work through the class, and that they'll find blended learning approaches to teaching. That's what you're going to see when you go into college, and I'm hoping that they'll bring that into what you guys do in high school.
Even with Canvas's proposed benefits, there are some who believe that we don't need the change.
In my opinion, I think Google Classroom is way better. Really because it's just right there. And you don't really have all these things that you could click on, but there's just one thing that you can focus on at a time. It's just more simple.
But some students and teachers' opinions have changed after experiencing Canvas's new features.
So I was a little disappointed. I love Google Classroom. I've been using it since my first year teaching. I thought it was really easy, but now that I've used Canvas, I see how beneficial it is going to be for students.
There are effects from switching to Canvas that the district is hoping to achieve.
I hope it allows for you guys more freedom and to take ownership of what you guys are doing in your own learning. I hope that happens.
I'm Allison Rose for Coyote Nation TV.
Okay, honestly, I feel like we're all overreacting and we're not used to change. I feel like we're gonna get comfortable with it. All right, you know what? Let's not argue. Instead, go ahead and vote in our poll for which online setup you like better. Here's the QR code where you can vote. Once again, do you prefer Google Classroom or Canvas? Google Classroom or Canvas? We'll share your opinions again at the end of the show. If you missed out on the QR code, it's on our Twitter and our Instagram. I have to admit, a lot of changes have occurred. You have Canvas, you have a lot of new teachers, we have a new principal. Yeah, the legendary Grit Daddy is gone. But our new Pack Alpha is not a stranger. Dr. Gray needs no introduction, but we're still gonna give her one with a new segment called New Faces, New Spaces.
With the switch to Canvas, the new 9 weeks, and the new payment methods, it's hard to keep up with all the new changes. We also had changes in the school personnel. As many of y'all know, Mr. Mims is no longer part of the pack, but Dr. Gray is now our new principal.
This is year 16 for me. So I was a math teacher. I taught high school math for 6 years. and then I became an administrator. So I was a assistant principal at a high school for 4 years in St. Louis. Then I moved to Texas, and I opened Independence. I was an assistant principal at Independence for 2 years. Then I became the associate at Heritage for 3 years, and now I'm the principal.
As last year was coming to an end, Mr. Mims went up to Dr. Gray and asked her if she was interested in the position.
Well, I told him it's my dream job because it really is.
Going from associate principal to head principal is a big jump, including changes in her responsibilities.
So the two biggest differences are being the final say in decisions and then making decisions about money.
But money is not her top priority. The students are.
I love being here. I love working with students. I love getting to know them. Feel free to step up and say hello and learn a little bit about me, and I can learn a little bit about you.
I'm Ian Shuda with Coyote Nation TV.
Keep an eye out for that series and you'll get to know even more of our new staff members. Now, we know today's show was a little packed, but we wanted to wrap things up by giving you free stuff. The way you can get this free stuff is by answering our trivia question. What TV show did we talk about in our first edition of The Howl? If you didn't know, we post weekly 60-second news updates called The Howl on our Instagram. That's your hint, okay? I'll say it again. The question is, what TV show did we bring up in our first episode of The Howl? Once you have your answer, tweet it to us or DM us with the hashtag CNTVTrivia to win 2 gift cards to Andy's Frozen Custards. It's supposed to be like right below triple-digit heat this Friday, so it'll be a refreshing treat for y'all. Don't forget to follow our social media as well, or your entry will not count. So one last time, find the answer, tweet us or DM us, and then follow us. Make sure to follow us, and you'll be entered to win those 2 Andy's gift cards. Our Instagram is @HeritageStudentMedia, and our Twitter is @CoyoteNationTV. The winner of our trivia prize will be happy they heard it. Now, as promised, here are the results of that live poll. Which online classroom setup do you like more? Google Classroom or Canvas? Here are your results. If you didn't get the opportunity to vote, don't worry, you can still vote. The poll is going to be live for the rest of the day, and it looks like Google Classroom is in the lead, so for my Canvas lovers, y'all need to catch up. Go on our Instagram or Twitter, and the QR code will be there. Also, one last thing, if you have any music requests during passing period, DM us or tag us with the artist and the song title. We need both, okay? So good luck to those entering the trivia, and we'll see you next week. I'm Maya Aridi, and you stay classy, Coyotes.